Hey guys, Crystal Thompson here for Unity. Today we are making a beautiful non-coloring card and we are using the Rustic Wishes as the newest release, and we have stamped and then die cut it from a tag. And because it's just stamped in black, I felt that I didn't really need to show you how we do that, but it's a beautiful, beautiful image. Then we are using the Rustic paper pack from Unity, and we're going to use this for a non-Christmas card. That's gonna match super pretty, and again, it's gonna be a no coloring card. You're gonna need a piece of white cardstock. In this case, it's Nina 110 pound. You're gonna need a stencil. In this case, I'm using the Studio Cadia large polka, so anything works. If you don't have stencils and you have a die cutting machine, you can just die cut any of the dies that you might have and use them for a background. And instead of ink, we are using the Deco Art Americana acrylic paint. This is water-based, so it'll be easy to clean, and a little spatula, and then it's going to look really cool. So let's get started. We are going to begin with our ink, or excuse me, our painting. And the reason why is because it's going to take just a little bit longer to dry, and so I want to be sure that everything's nice and dry. Okay, so I have my piece of printed paper ready to go to protect my surface. And then I'm going to grab my purple tape. In this case, it's just painter's tape that I am using to hold down the stencil. You necessarily don't have to do this, but I do want it to stick pretty good. I'm going to shake this up quite well. And I was thinking about brushing it, and then I was thinking about using the spatula just because it's a little bit thick. So I'm going to grab it. And we're gonna dab. We're not actually going to like smear it on, and the reason why is that it'll get under the whole stencil. So we're gonna just dab on, and we're gonna do the entire white cardstock. All right, so this is all dried up. Look how fun, and it was really super quick. We're gonna move on to this beautiful cardstock from Unity Stamp Company, and we're gonna trim this up. And so I'm gonna really try to measure how long this is. You know, I'm totally struggling. All right, I think I'm gonna use this side. So with that being said, let me bring this down. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to mat this over that gorgeous background that we just created. Okay. So there we go. Now it's going to fit really nicely, and then we can start assembling our card. So we're going to begin by flipping this over. And if you feel it's covering the background way too much, you can go even shorter. And I feel like I need to make it even smaller. Okay. And then we're going to trim some on this one. You're probably wondering, why doesn't she just attach it? And the reason why is that I'm going to use foam. It's really hard to cut any cardstock when you have layered anything on top of foam. If you've ever tried to trim something down and it's just not working, it just, that foam kind of catches on this and it doesn't allow it to be cut. Okay, there we go. So now we're going to come back and grab our foam. And I'm just using a roller foam adhesive, and it's also called mounting tape, so depending where you buy it, you can get a better price for it. And at this point, I wish I would have bought stock on it because I use it all the time. Okay. No one will ever know that this is Christmas paper, right? Okay. Okay, and then we're going to remove the backers. And we're going to place it, and then you can skew it or keep it straight. I'm going to skew it just a little bit. And then you can embellish it or let it be. I'm going to let it be. I really like this matte color. You can't really get that look when you do some ink blending. So it's really fun to use some of those acrylic paints. And then you have more texture, and then you have a really flat surface. And I think it'd be fun to splatter this with some black. But for this case, we're going to just let it be. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. This is Crystal Thompson for Unity Stamp Company. We are using the Rustic Wishes stamp set. Should be available now for you. Be sure to click subscribe and let me know your thoughts. Have an amazing day.